Hello rail fans, and welcome to another French Fried Trains Minecraft locomotive tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build this Canadian National high hood gp-9. So let's get to it. I'm going to go ahead and build it right on the front of the train I already have here. So the first thing we do is build the coupler. So come on down to the front of the train with dark oak stairs and place them opposite the other coupler. Underneath that, we're going to put dark oak fence gate for an air hose. Then we come in with polished black stone stairs on the next block up and put a row of 3 coming across the rails like this. On the outside edges, we put them upside down and facing outward. Above that, we put a polished black stone block in the middle and then forward facing upside down stairs on each side to the edges here. And then above that, polished black stone block all the way across. We come around behind that with our polished black stone block and we put a row in the middle and make it a T shape here. On the sides above the rails we put 2 end rods for porch lighting. Then we extend out this middle row of 3 and we bring that out too on each side so it reaches the edge of the train tracks here. Now we're going to build our wheels and trucks. So I'm going to come in with a block of netherite, 1 block back from what we already built. Get it so one's on each rail, erase the middle, and put an end rod as an axle. Then switch to stairs, whatever color you choose here, and put them in a back-to-back T-shaped pattern going across both rails. Behind that, we do our next set of wheels, so a block of netherite on each rail and an end rod for an axle. Now on the front surfaces of the wheels, we're going to place dark oak fence gate and we're going to open them into the wheels. Same thing on the back, place them against the wheel and open them into the wheels. This represents sanders and air hoses. Now on the outside faces of the wheels, we put hoppers, and on the outside faces of the fences, we put walls. We come around and do the same thing on the other side. So walls in front of the fences and hoppers in front of the wheels. Then we're going to come in with another brick slab, and on this outside edge here we put slabs in a row of 4 going from wheel to wheel on both sides on the outside edge. Now above the truck here we're going to come in with polished black stone block in a row of 3 coming across, and we're going to bring that back all the way to the back of the truck. And once we get to the back of the truck, we're going to bring out another 2 rows of 3. Under this row on the end, we're going to make another row of 3 so it touches the rails. Then starting on this bottom, we're going to place upside down black stone stairs in a row of 5. Then we're going to come over the top of it here, and we're going to switch to polished black stone blocks, and we're going to bring 3 across to the other rail, and then switch back to upside down polished black stone stairs and bring that across so it connects. This will be our fuel tank. Now we switch back to our polished black stone block and bring this middle row of 3 on top here all the way out to the end of the fuel tank. Make sure you get it to the end of the fuel tank. Now we're going to build our air tanks, and these are different on the gp-9. So we skip a block and put a row of 3 across the rails, and then we skip another block and put a row of 3. They're sideways underneath instead of above the sides of the fuel tank. Then we continue our 3 wide on the second row up of polished black stone blocks. And we're actually going to extend that row of 3 1 more out. Now we're going to do our next truck, so we come in with a block of netherite right here underneath the end of it, erase the middle, and put in an end rod for an axle. Then we switch to our stairs and we do an upside down back-to-back T-shaped pattern coming across the rails. And then around the end of that, another block of netherite on each rail for the second set of wheels and an end rod for the axle. Then on the outsides we put walls wherever there's stairs, and we put hoppers wherever there's wheels. Same thing over here. Hoppers wherever there's wheels and walls wherever there's stairs. Then on the outside edge above that, we put nether brick slabs in a row of 4 going from wheel to wheel, and same thing on the other side, a row of 4 nether brick slabs. Then we come on the faces of these wheels here with dark oak fence gate and open them into the wheels, and we got to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to have to go underneath. It's a bit tricky, but get them placed and opened into the wheels on both sides for your sanders and your air hoses. Now we're going to come in with our polished blackstone block, and we're going to fill in everything on top of this truck here 3 wide, and we're going to bring that 1 past the wheels, then 1 in the middle, 1 above that, and 1 below that, so it's 3 high. And then we're going to extend it out 2 sideways to reach the sides of the train tracks. And the same thing on the other side, extend it out 2 till it reaches the side of the train tracks. Then we build a stack of 3 in the middle, turn that into a T-shape, and on the bottom sides we put 2 end rods for porch lighting. And then we switch to blackstone stairs in a row of 3 facing this way right on the rails. And then on the sides we place them upside down and facing towards the outside on both sides. Then we switch back to blocks, and we put 1 in the middle on the next row, and upside down facing forward stairs on each side, and then blocks on top. Now we're going to come in with a dark oak stair to be our coupler, and we're going to get it in that middle block and raise it 3 up so it's right there, and erase what you used to place it. And underneath that, a dark oak fence for an air hose. Now we're going to do the stairs to get on the locomotive, so switch to an oak wood slab, and right here place them in 3 going up with a space between each one. Start at the bottom of each block as you place it so you get the right spacing. Do it on both sides and come around and do the exact same thing on this end of the locomotive. So a row of 3 there, and then on the other side the same thing, a row of 3 starting on the bottom of each block so you get a gap between them. Then come in with a wither skeleton skull and come around on top like this so it places correctly. 1 block from the front, put a wither skeleton skull facing inward so you don't see its face, and next to that a crimson button. That's your fuel shutoff and fuel cap. Now we're going to take out yellow terracotta. You could use yellow concrete as well, I just wanted a more worn look. And we're going to fill this 5 in on this row going end to end. And once we have that done to the other end, the underframe of the locomotive is complete, and it should look something like this. We're going to come in and build the front of the locomotive. So take out red concrete, on the 3rd block in the middle, put 2 red concrete, a white wool for the logo, and 2 more red concrete. Kitty corner to that, make a stack of 5 red concrete, and same thing on the other side. Kitty corner, a stack of 5 red concrete. You can tell which end is the front because the fuel tank is towards the front on the Jeep 9. Now we're going to come to the back and do the same thing. So on the 3rd middle block, 2 red concrete, white wool, 2 red concrete, and then a stack of 5 red concrete, kitty corner on each side. Now we're going to build the cab of the locomotive, so come down to the front of the train and get over on the other side on the conductor side. And we're going to take our red concrete here and we're going to extend that out another 2x5 coming all the way to the top. This side's a little different because we have to make a door, so we're going to raise it in a 2x2 and bring the left hand side all the way up, and then 1 on the very top, so we've left a gap for a door there. Now kitty corner to that, on each side we make a stack of 4 red concrete. Same thing on the other side, kitty corner, stack of 4. Then we place a 2x2 of red concrete coming back off that, and then on the 3rd block up, 2 white wool. Same thing, 2x2 of red concrete and then 2 white wool. Then behind that, another stack of 4 red concrete. Same thing on this side, another stack of 4 red concrete. Then above the white wool we place glass panes as the windows. You can use whatever color glass you want. Now we're going to come on top here with red wool, and we're going to extend this and fill in the middle and bring a 3 wide of red wool all the way to the back of the cab here. Then we take out red nether brick stairs and put a row of 4 facing outward above each side of the cab above the windows here. And on the Jeep-9, the cab roof actually comes above the roof line, so we're going to take out red nether brick slabs and fill in this middle 3 with slabs wherever the cab is, so it looks like it's rising above the roof line. Then we come on the front where this door is, raise it up 2 to reach the door, and then a step down going out 2 towards the front. And on this one, we just bring it out 3 towards the front. Now we're going to make this locomotive zebra stripes. So take out white wool in an L-shaped pattern and put that on each side coming off the red. Then we make stairs out of black wool, and we're going to extend them out so the stairs are 2 wide. So a second one on each one. So a second one coming up here, which will actually raise it up another one. Then we switch back to white wool, and we make another set of stairs coming up, and another set of stairs coming up, and the same thing on this side. These should be stopping 1 block below the top. And then we just keep alternating that. 2 wide in a stair pattern of black and white wool. And we bring that pattern all the way up on both sides till it matches up with the cab. Come around on the engineer side, and we're going to knock out these top 2 for the back door of the locomotive. Then we're going to come in with white wool on this outside here and bring it up 2 till it reaches that door, and then a step down of black so you can actually climb up to that door. Then come around on the conductor side on the back of the cab and just place 1 white wool on the bottom there. Now we're going to come on top behind the cab, take out a blast furnace, and we're going to place them on each side to represent some vents. So get your blast furnace and make sure you place them facing backwards like this so you get this side pattern showing on the outside face. Same thing here for back. Now we're going to do the radiator vents on the back of the locomotive. So we're going to switch to bedrock and come to the back top of the locomotive here and make a row coming forward 4 on each side of the locomotive. Then we're going to take out black wool and we're just going to fill in all the rest of the top, even in the middle of everything here. And once we filled in the whole top with black wool here, we're going to switch to polished black stone stairs, and we're going to come in on the sides to make the dynamic brake radiators. So we place it 1 facing to the outside, and then 1 facing forward, and 1 facing backwards, all upside down. So same thing, 1 in the middle facing to the outside, 1 upside down facing backward, 1 upside down facing forward. We got to make sure that they do this nice little wraparound. Then we take slabs and put them 3 on each side like this in a row coming across the middle. Then on each side of that row, we place a row of 3 walls to be the exhaust. This locomotive has tank-like exhaust. On the back, skip 1 block and make a plus shape to be your fan. Now we come in front of the fan with dark oak trap doors and we make a 3x3. There's a little raised area here on the real locomotive. Come to the middle of the fan, knock out the block and place a smoker, and then crouch and place a trap door above that to be your fan. Switch back to polished black stone slabs, place 1 in the middle right behind the cab, and then we skip a block, put another one, skip a block, put another one. We're going to turn this into 2 more fans. So then we kind of have to crouch to do the sides. So place them on each side like this, so we have 2 patterns for fans. And then same thing, we're going to come in and knock out the middle blocks and place smokers in there. And then we're going to crouch and put trap doors on top of the smokers. So it looks like we have some actual fans up here. Now we're going to come in here on the nose of the locomotive, and we're going to go one block back in the middle, and we're going to place an iron trap door. Then we're going to put crimson fence gate open to be the horn. Now we're going to come around to the tail end of the locomotive here, and we have to take out our bell. And we place the bell on the top center of the back of the locomotive. Now we're going to come in with some black carpet, and everywhere on the roof where there's nothing built, place down some black carpet. You'll have to crouch to put them on these blast furnace here. This will just make the roof look a little more coherent. Then we're going to come in with red on the front here, but on this back middle one we place an iron trap door. And now the roof is done. And now we have to do our railings. So we're going to come on the side front with birch fence, and we're going to make sure it starts from the bottom and comes up 3 in one pass. We extend that over 2 and rise it by 2, and we skip the middle so we have 2 by 2s on each side. And then we bring that down to the bottom and connect it. Then we come to the back of the porch here and rise that up, and then 2 up past it, and then we switch to nether brick fence, and we're going to go ahead and bring that till it connects to the cab. Then we come on over to the other side of the locomotive here and switch back to our birch fences and bring that up from the bottom, up 2, and then we come with nether brick over 2, up 1, and over till it connects. And then, staying with our nether brick fence here, we're going to come from the back of the locomotive, starting on this second red block, come over 2, and then down 1, and then we're going to bring this all the way to the back of the locomotive. We stop at the end of the yellow terracotta and switch back to birch fence and bring that down the side of the porch. Then come to the front of the porch, bring it up 3, up another 1, and then we make a 2 by 2, skip the middle, another 2 by 2, and then bring that from the bottom so it connects. And then another row here of birch coming 1 pass. Now we're going to switch back to nether brick and start bringing that to the front of the locomotive. When we get to these stairs, we got to come up 1, over 1, then up 1 again and over to the cab. And now we have all our hand railings. Now we're going to come on the back end of the locomotive with a birch sign to make our number plates. So on the side, 1 block down, put a sign and type whatever locomotive number you're using. I'm using 4424. So 1 on each side, 1 block down. The left-hand side needs a ladder coming all the way up. Then take out an item frame, put it under the bell, and put glowstone in it to be the rear headlight. Come down on these fences here and put 1 on each side with glowstone to be your ditch lights. Then we're going to come around on the side of the engineer here and we're going to place a door. Use whatever door you think looks best. Then we're going to go ahead and come back around to the front and place a door there. Then we're going to put 2 item frames on the top middle of the front with glowstone for headlights. Come down on the fences, more item frames with glowstone for ditch lights. Then we're going to switch to our birch sign, and we need to actually get it on the second block down to be our number plates. And go ahead and type your locomotive number on there. And do the same thing on both sides. Then we place a ladder coming up the left-hand side. Now we're on the back side of the locomotive, and we're going to place 2 blocks just to stand on. So stand on those, and you're going to crouch, and we're going to place a trapdoor in the top middle and 1 above it. Then you can close the top one and erase the bottom one for placement. On each side, open fence gates, and on the outsides, tripwire hooks. Then you can delete those blocks, we don't need them anymore. And that end's done. So now we got to come around to the front, and we got to do the exact same thing. So we'll come stand on this other locomotive here, and we'll do the same thing. We'll crouch, place a trapdoor in the middle, 1 above it, then we shut it and delete the one for placement. Open fence gates on the outsides, and on the very outside, tripwire hooks. And now we have folding trapdoors to walk between locomotives here. Now we're going to come in with some black carpet, and on top of these stairs, black carpet, everywhere there's nothing built on the front, black carpet, and then where the bottom of the ladder is, you'll have to knock out that block and put black wool so it matches, and then on this little walkway here. And then same thing back here, black carpet on the stairs, and then bring black carpet all the way to the back of the locomotive. And just keep bringing this black carpet all the way around the back end of the locomotive here. And then under the ladder, same thing, we're going to have to knock out the block and put black wool. And then we keep coming with the black carpet all the way to the front of the locomotive on this side. And now the entire outside of the locomotive is done. So all we have to do is the interior. So let's get inside the locomotive here. Once we're inside, we're going to take out smooth stone blocks, and starting where this door is, aligned with the bottom of the door, we're going to fill in the entire floor with smooth stone blocks. Make sure we get around behind this other door, and then in this gap here that's in the back, we put a sideways observer for a breaker box and some glowstone for light. Come up to the front and fill in this middle here. Then we take one block in the center and we put a lever on the side and on the front of it, and then 2 item frames up here with some compasses in them for gauges. And then we're going to turn around here with whatever stairs you want for seats and place in some seats. Because this is a high hood, we don't have any windows that look forward, but it can't be helped at this scale in Minecraft. But I like my locomotives to have some kind of interior anyway. Now we're going to at least make it look like it has front and back windows from the outside. So put down a loom and get into it. We're going to take a red banner with some white dye, and we're going to fill the top half with white. Then we're going to take that banner with red dye and put a red border around it. Then we can come on the fronts and back sides here and place these banners just to represent where the windows would really be. And we come around and do that on the other side, front and back, so we have some windows. And there we have it. We've completed a Canadian National high hood gp-9 locomotive. So that's all for this episode, rail fans. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video wherever you can. Everyone have a great week, and stay safe out there.